In every captivating tale that features a squad or field of superheroes, like the one in My Hero Academia, it's almost unavoidable for the most potent and charismatic heroes to hog the limelight, taking charge of the most exciting battles, too. Fans have witnessed this phenomenon with Captain America and Iron Man in the Avengers, not forgetting Superman as the leading light in the Justice League. The same trend is evident with All Might and Endeavor in the pro hero industry. Despite All Might and Endeavor being the epitome of strength and charisma, they are still part of an ensemble, and even they can't shoulder the responsibility of saving the world on their own. In the world of My Hero Academia, numerous pro heroes showcased remarkable abilities and strategies during battles. But unfortunately, some of these heroes are often overlooked when reflecting on the series as a whole. And while All Might and Endeavor are popular favorites, their fame seems to overshadow other deserving heroes who could have starred in their own captivating stories. This is an unintended injustice towards the less recognized yet equally talented pro heroes. Debut episode in each of our hearts. In the anime My Hero Academia, Snipe is among the numerous hero characters who boast an appealing appearance and combat technique, yet didn't receive as much focus compared to heavyweights like All Might or Endeavor. These are some super intensive, good, or Dever, or good. Often found blending into the scenery. Snipe frequently assumes a supporting role in large groups of heroes or sidekicks. An illustration can be seen during the battle against the Paranormal Liberation Front, where Snipe struggled to make an impact. During the joint examination between the students and heroes, Snipe momentarily grabbed the spotlight as he assessed Mezo Shoji and Toru Hagakure. However, his actions were rather limited. He didn't push his students to their full potential. It's unfortunate that Snipe didn't contribute much intrigue in the anime, but given his lackluster showing, it's understandable why All Might and Endeavor consistently outshine him, and debut episode, time to pick some names. Initially, One for All wasn't a guaranteed protective shield for Deku because it was challenging to master. However, this allowed retired hero Gran Torino an opportunity to demonstrate his skills, employing intelligent strategies to guide Deku on how to use One for All effectively. Moreover, Gran Torino displayed valiance in combat against the villains, and Nomu utilizing his jet quirk, despite Gran Torino being a towering figure and hero in Nana's era and still maintaining his strength in old age. He is eclipsed by his student, All Might. Remarkable events associated with All Might, such as his smash attacks and his proclamation of "I am here," are what fans remember the most. As a result, Endeavor's time in the spotlight overshadows Gran Torino, making him seem like a past his prime hero. Debut episode, Fight on Ida. Among the 9 users of One for All, most aren't particularly standout characters because many are simply ghostly entities residing within the quirk, enabling Deku to utilize the inherent abilities of One for All. Nana Shimura was somewhat of an exception, being the 7th user of One for All. She was also the one who encouraged Toshinori Yagi to point towards a successor, saying, "You're next." Uh, in the flashbacks, Grandma Nana stood out as an admirable and captivating hero, but she could never surpass her fair-haired successor in terms of significance or impact. Similarly, Endeavor and Deku, who took over from All Might and Nana as the strongest and most influential heroes, never allowed Nana to eclipse their shine. In essence, while Nana's lasting impact was her passing on the flow quirk within One for All, which Deku occasionally employed, she ultimately did not leave a lasting impression in the grand scheme of things compared to her successor's um, debut episode, The Test. Mrs. Billion and Joke, despite not possessing exceptional powers or using her outburst quirk to inflict harm on villains, stood out due to her unique Joker theme and laughter-based abilities. However, compared to heroes like All Might and Endeavor, she often appeared less impactful in the professional hero circuit. Yet it's important to note that uh, Ms. Ms. And Joke excels as a hero and educator, offering more support to her students than All Might does for his own. Uh, it became evident that Miss Joke is an incredibly dedicated, motivating, and industrious instructor at the Ketsubutsu Hero Academy, and her students are deeply indebted to her. Furthermore, Miss Joke placed great trust in her pupils during their battle against Class 1A in the preliminary hero license test, which was truly commendable of her. Regrettably, despite being almost equally capable as Endeavor or All Might, her limited on-screen presence doesn't reflect this fact. Debut episode, Let's Go Gutsy Red Riot. In the midpoint of My Hero Academia, the humble pro hero Ryukyu has undeniably proven herself worthy of a spot among the top 10 professionals. Her dragon quirk allows her to transform into a powerful flying dragon-like creature, making her similar to a hero from a kaiju movie. The audience was particularly impressed when Ryukyu displayed this ability during the raid on Shie Hasakai. Moreover, she has shown great skill as a mentor to Tsuyu, Nijire, and Ochako, because Ryukyu had minimal screen time, humble demeanor, and no showy final move. She never approached the level of fame enjoyed by All Might and Endeavor in the professional hero world. Her students held her in high esteem, but otherwise she preferred to stay out of the limelight. This was evident when Ryuki was applauded as a top 10 hero, yet she would often play down her own skills. Debut episode, From Ida to Midoriya. Occasionally, the ninja-styled hero named Edshot shone brightly due to his expertise in stealth and string attacks, yet his presence in the anime remained modest compared to All Might's and Endeavor. And it's important to note that Edshot was unable to eclipse either of these two heroes for several reasons. Firstly, his fighting style wasn't as visually striking as theirs. Additionally, he didn't have the same level of personal struggles or character development as they did in a way that is easy to understand. All Might and Endeavor overshadowed Edgeshot so much in the minds of fans that it feels like he barely existed despite just a few spots below them on the popularity charts. Uh, what most anime enthusiasts remember about Edgeshot is that he was a cool ninja character who made a selfless sacrifice before he could achieve anything truly extraordinary. Debut episode Izuku Midoriya Origin. Camille Woods, a significant character and one of the original pro heroes in the anime, often gets overshadowed by other characters like Mount Jajek. Lady and All Might that's Mist Might in the debut episode, Deku and All Might were the main focus, leaving characters from the Lurkers group relatively obscure. Although Commonly Woods was shown fighting before All Might initially, his impact was minimal in the grand scheme of things. Instead of achieving the same level of notoriety as All Might or Endeavor, Commonly Woods turned out to be a lesser known yet effective hero, and content with letting his deeds speak for themselves rather than craving fame and recognition. Camille Woods left an impact on My Hero Academia fans during battles, particularly in his ability to subdue multiple villains simultaneously, such as during the Camino Ward battle. However, it's worth noting that this wasn't the most memorable aspect of the Camino Ward arc. Debut episode Unrivaled. Sir Night Eye served as a pro hero before his untimely demise in season 4, despite his significant role during the Shie Hassaikai era, particularly mentoring Deku and Mirio Togata. He has since become somewhat overlooked due to his passing. Prior to his death, Sir Night Eye was instrumental in guiding these heroes, and his unique foresight quirk left a lasting impact on fans, even though it couldn't shield him from the clutches of Overhaul. In one of Sir Night Eye's most memorable instances, his typically distant persona transformed into tender expressions and heartfelt goodbyes before his passing. This poignant scene left All Might as a mere tearful bystander. Afterward, Sir Night Eye and his influence seemed to fade away. It wasn't much time after that when Endeavor took the spotlight in the pro hero world, and All Might, while wearing the Hercules suit, also gained prominence. Debut episode Wild Wild Pussycats. And in a casual, straightforward manner, Mandalay, our less famous hero, appears unfazed by her lack of recognition, as she's dedicated and altruistic, choosing not to fight for personal glory. Her unique telepathic quirk allows her to communicate mentally with her allies, making her more of a coordinator than a combatant. Mandalay plays a crucial role in great evacuations, team coordination, similar tasks, and some various, Mandalay, though charming and admirable, isn't always easily recognizable or associated with memorable moments. Even when she joins the Wild Wild Pussycats, she doesn't particularly stand out. By the end of the anime, it's unlikely fans will recall her name. However, while Mandalay may not be on par with All Might and Endeavor, viewers should at least remember the telepath hero and her abilities. Debut episode, Japanese Hero Billboard chart. As a bystander, I find it intriguing that despite being among the elite top 10 pro heroes, the Crime Fighter Watch tends to fade into the background, a stark contrast to his impressive skills because Wash has the unique ability to manipulate soap and create bubble-like effects, which he uses to aid his allies and offer support, abilities that have earned him high position. And however, his work is far from glamorous or attention grabbing. It's rare to see Wash taking center stage, even though he puts in a great deal of effort to help save the day. Despite the absence of All Might and Endeavor, who are well-known figures in the pro hero industry, Wash can often be overlooked in favor of more flashy or popular heroes. With All Might and Endeavor taken into account, it's almost a miracle that an anime fan would remember Wash's name after their first encounter with him. Wash appears to take this overshadowing in stride, which is beneficial as he is significantly outshone by All Might and Endeavor among the top 10 heroes.